What?
Hung upside down in a cold leaf. Necronomicon, cage child.
The art is not where Angie...
Not where Angie was killed. She was killed in an empty room instead. Lived her lab on her own. But why would she go into an empty room? There wouldn't have been anything in there.
Except for the candles.
That's it! She wanted a candle! To keep herself awake at night. She would drip hot wax on her body.
That sounds like something only you would do,
You
Mew.
agree to that?
Yes.
What did Kokichi see? Something Angie did. There has to be a clue there. So what do you guys want to do?
Was she actually getting candles to use as the wax for the effigies?
No, they had wax blocks.
That's right, yeah. But that does seem like a weird enough answer.
But she had needed the candle for something else.
Oh, to light the Necronomicon. And for the...
Oh, yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, what does the duct tape have to do, anyway?
Well, we're going to just keep doing the
Oh,
try.
I guess.
Yeah, we're getting there. Anything in there?
Except for candles.
She wanted a candle.
Would you like my
Yeah,
candle?
okay.
Like, somebody had to go there eventually. Beak.
That's it. Angie went to that room to get a candle. Yeah, for kinky wax play.
Well, sort of.
No, no. Angie was going to use it for the ritual. According to the Necronomicon, to resurrect the dead.
Have to
burn it.
Nice poisoning. Then, did you seek out a candle so she could burn the book?
That's right. There's nothing to start a fire with in Angie's lab. So she went to get a candle from one of the empty rooms.
And that's when the culprit attacked her. That's why there was dry blood under floor.
Which means Angie was attacked in the same room the seance was held. Bravo, Himiko. Well done for choosing that room for the seance. If we hadn't done the seance in that room, then Tenko's murder would have been in another room. If that happened, no one would have discovered Angie's blood stain under the floorboards.
That's right. Shuichi and I only checked under the floorboards when Teiko died.
Yep, it's all thanks to Himiko for choosing the same room as Angie. This must be Achua's will, or maybe the power of magic. It's neither. I just picked one. Hold on. You're all acting as though you've proven that is fact already. You claim Angie was murdered in the empty room and then moved to the lab? Then how do you explain the large amount of blood in the lab? It may be possible to carry a body, but blood cannot be moved so easily.
I think she was still alive after the attack in the empty room.
So she was bound and gagged and dragged down.
She was killed after she was carried to her lab. That means the culprit attacked her twice. I have evidence of that.
Forehead injury?
Oh, so is it the monochemophile?
There's forehead injury. There's a...
Additionally, she has lacerations.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Maybe, yeah.
No, I think monochemophile.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the one that actually talks about two.
Wrong!
Oh, okay. All right. Forehead injury. Fine. Whatever.
It was the forehead! The fatal wound was a cut to the back of the neck from a katana. Oh, right. The katana had a bunch of blood on it.
Yeah.
But she also shows signs of blunt force trauma, and I think I know why. After Angie was knocked unconscious in the empty room, she was killed in her lab.
I see. So that puddle of blood is from the killing blow. It's all clear now. Angie was attacked in the empty room, carried to her lab, and it was there that the culprit finished her off. All clear. This is all clear, you say. What are you all talking about? All clear.
Did he kill both of them?
What is all clear? What are you all clear? What are you all, you what?
Well.
What?
Ha 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 ha!
Ah!
Told ya.
Sweet Korakio, calm yourself. Their words are all hollow. There is no meaning in any of them.
What?
You must teach these ignorant children a lesson. Yes, you're right. Okay, I'll teach them.
What the hell are you mumbling about? You're giving me the goddamn willies.
Not yet. Nothing is clear at all. It is full of doubts, of mysteries, of a dense, impenetrable fog. He's been, possessed by the ghost of the caged child the whole time. Nothing is clear at all.
Oh. Oh. Huh.
What do you think it's going to be?
Bloody duct tape.
Seems like it's probably bloody duct tape.
Angie attacked first.
And then carried into the research lab. Impossible. Impossible. Nothing but a delusion. Mind poison. Delusion. Poison. Mind.
All right, relax. It's no delusion.
Mind.
She's two external words. I don't know why that's so funny. Just scared of the ushers just laughing. They're killed.
Say the culprit carried Angie's body. And not a single drop of blood. Blood stains.
That's the...
Yeah, it didn't take it.
So you did see blood in the hallway.
Huh.
Why wasn't it smeared all over? Just bending the facts.
Bending.
Bending.
Mistake.
Well, what's
Like
the...
a fact bender.
Maybe there is another sliceable thing.
Oh.
No blood stain. Traces of evidence.
Ah, there we go.
No evidence anywhere.
There it is.
It was the second one.
It was the other thing.
There was evidence left at the scene. The bloody tape under Angie's body.
What?
It was wrapped around her head to stop the bleeding when she was being carried. Bloody tape. Gota didn't notice at all.
It was under the body. It's most likely the evidence should... It's the most likely evidence the culprit should have gotten rid of. There. But since it was hidden, the culprit didn't notice and failed to dispose of it. It must have fallen as the fatal blow was dealt and ended up under her body.
It must have been Ottawa who did that for us.
Sure.
What? Ottawa?
Oh.
How long are you going to keep that up?
Oh. Now we know most of the mystery behind Angie's murder.
I'm convinced. There's only one person who could have killed Angie.
Well, I mean, I guess it's Keo, considering that he's freaking out, but technically there's nothing about what he just described that could have been done by...
Anybody.
Yeah. But I guess, I guess he's going to make it easier on us.
It's you, Keo. You killed Angie. What the fuck? So it's true?
Well, that was obvious. Such a boring, obvious answer. You killed both of them. Why did you kill them?
In terms of pure logic, only one victim was necessary to win.
Why? Why you killed them both? I think one of the murders was an accident.
An accident? Those are stabbed through the back of the neck.
That's right. It wasn't part of the plan.
Huh? Which one?
The murder that was an accident.
I'm guessing Anne?
It must have been Angie.
I mean, Tenko's
Tenko's
was
was
very
pretty,
serious
yeah.
Planned.
It was Angie. Praise Ottawa. Angie's murder was an accident. What? Tenko wasn't accident? That's right. Kyo originally planned to kill someone with the seesaw trick, or effect. But while he was making preparations in the empty room, Angie walked in. So he decided to kill her in order to keep her from talking.
Well, look at this candle. So she just happened to walk in on the culprit sitting up and was killed. And he should have just stopped there. Once he killed Angie, there was no reason for him to kill Tenko. You only needed to kill one for this game.
It wasn't for the game, it was for the... Anyway.
Yeah.
continue.
Killing two is pointless. If you get bonus points for killing more, then sure. Otherwise, it leaves more clues behind.
Why, Kyo? Why you killed two of our friends?
What on earth are you talking about? No, I am not the culprit. So why is everyone looking at me like I am? Why are they? Why is it? Calm yourself, Kurikio. Yes. You mustn't raise your voice. You mustn't stutter. You mustn't lose composure. You mustn't become flustered. You mustn't waver. Look at their horrid faces. This sorry lot is not worth agonizing over. You're right. Yes, you are right. Here he goes again. What the hell's wrong with him?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It almost seems like he's talking with someone.
Yes, precious.
Someone? He's just talking to himself. Why the hell is he wearing lipstick?
No matter how loudly you protest, this is a trivial matter. I will never acknowledge your allegations, not a single one of them. For you see, there is no evidence that I killed Angie. No, I will not acknowledge it. I will only acknowledge facts, true events. I will not acknowledge fiction, mystery, science fiction. I won't acknowledge your deductions or guesses.
Self-help.
Or urban fantasy. Well said. Good job, Kurikio. Yes, thank you.
Ah, creeps me the fuck out. No evidence? There's no evidence that he killed Angie? You're wrong, there is evidence.
What? You do realize bluffs like that won't work, yes?
The weapon that was used to knock Angie unconscious in the empty room. That weapon tells us the whole story, Kyo.
That's not possible. I think you may have misunderstood. Apologize. Come on. Apologize. 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 Come on. Apologize. 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 Seriously, what the hell is happening?
I have no idea what's happening.
Apologize.
But I know what weapon he used on Angie. I have to prove it to him.
Apologize.
Shut up!
Apologize. Apologize.
Oh,
Ew.
this thing.
Oh.
Oh, what?
I have nothing to it. You are slowly
Yes, I didn't do it.
So
Well,
I
I've
have nothing
nothing
to control. I have nothing to admit.
Say about it.
You are simply wrong. Yes, I didn't do it. So I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong. Why must you force delusions on us? Look, that's my only delusion. We said, Korokio, to continue this debate is useless. Why not choose you just your kid to us?
Oh, that's a square.
That's a square. Korokio, continue this debate is meaningless. So why are you like I'm not? Korokio speaks the truth. Apologize, 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 apologize. I told you I am not the culprit. So you are so king-like, or you are lowering me. Korokio speaks the truth. Korokio speaks the truth. Korokio speaks the truth.
Oh, jeez.
Apologize, apologize. Come on, apologize. Apologize. I'm not the culprit, so who are you talking to that like a thing? Apologize, not me. Korokio speaks the truth. Korokio speaks the truth.
Wow.
Apologize, 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 apologize.
You're having a hell of a time here.
I'm not the culprit. So you are barking up the wrong tree.
Oh!
You have no proof that Korokio is the killer.
Floorboard. Yay!
Yay!
Okay, so the squares and those circles look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Oh.
Q hit Angie with the same floorboard used in the seesaw trick. Ba-bam! Detective! All right.
I see.
Saw.
I see what you did there. And how do you know the floorboard was the murder weapon?
There was a small patch of dried blood on the underside of the floorboard. Angie's blood! Blood that splattered there when the culprit struck Angie with the board. But that's not the only evidence that she was hit with the floorboard. There's also the bloodstain under the floor to consider. For that to be there, the floorboard must not have been in place at the time of the attack.
Good point. Had the floorboard been in place, her blood wouldn't have splattered beneath it.
At the very least, there would have been blood on the floor. Mm-hmm. Kyo's earlier confession is further evidence that the floorboard was used.
How?
If the weapon used to hit Angie is the floorboard from the seesaw trick,
then that means the culprit knew about the seesaw. So the same person killed Tenko and Angie. This is a rough trial. This is a rough chapter for voices I like.
Yes.
I believe that while Kyo was setting up the seesaw, he was holding the board. When Angie walked in, and he cold-cocked her with the floorboard.
all you can do now is accept it. You even confessed to Tenko's murder already.
So, it's true. This is the truth.
He's about to take off.
Looks like we're almost at the end. Alright, Shuichi. I'll leave the finale to you. Bring down the house.
You mean the comic book thing?
I think it's the comic book thing.
Hooray!
Shuichi, please, put an end to this. For Angie and Tenko's sake, in this last trial.
I understand.
Comic book time.
Comic book time! I'll go over everything one more time. Keel, I want you to confess. No, I will force you to confess. With comics! Hooray!
Yay.
All right, so who
John,
was the
you're doing a
culprit?
hell of a job for not knowing what the fuck is going on here.
Who was the
This
culprit
might
with
be
the
your best
saw?
performance yet.
Oh.
I don't think we have that one yet.
Nope, I don't think so.
What weapon knocked Angie unconscious?
Not that, not that, not that, not that.
Move
Oh,
forward.
yeah.
Yep, there we go.
Yep.
So I put that there. There we go. What was...
Pressing injury
Oh,
was the
that's the duct tape.
Do we have the duct tape?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. What weapon killed Angie?
Killed
It was a
Angie
sword.
is the sword.
The removed gold leaf
I don't know if we
katana.
have that yet.
Yeah, we do.
Where?
A little more. No, wait.
No, it's hit the setting lock.
I thought there was one. I thought I saw it.
Oh, yeah.
It's removed the katana.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think that's...
Oh, okay.
Are you sure? I think that might be.
That
We'll give it a
might
shot.
be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Whose effigy was stabbed with the katana?
Well, we don't have that one yet.
Kaede, so...
And low spinning katana.
We've got
hit the
that.
sliding lock.
Where is it?
Keep going.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, comics! Woo! Annie's body was found. Who unlocked the door? I don't think we have that one yet.
No, I don't think we have.
What object?
That's the small
That's
stone
the small
Himiko brought.
stone. Yep.
Yeah. What weapon did the culprit send on the cage? Do we have sickle? Yeah, sickle placed. To kill.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't think I ever realized how hard the trials probably are for you being colorblind.
Yeah, well. Who besides Kokichi was responsible
don't-
for?
Don't. Let's leave it open.
Yeah,
Um,
this is the salt bit, yeah. Yeah.
pass
this
me
is
with salt.
All right, super. And that's going to unlock all the other ones. Critical. Critical.
Good crap.
Critical. Critical. Critical.
Wait, there's a cow?
Critical.
All right.
Who is the culprit who's
If this is on the empty room, that would be.
cut the crosspiece onto the floor? That's it, right?
Who was the
Who
culprit?
was the culprit?
No, I think it's this.
So, I think they meant what was the.
Yeah. Or what was the culprit doing under the floor?
Effigy.
That was Kaede.
Kaede. Kokichi.
Mhm.
And that was me. Or
Shuichi
Shuichi, I should say.
Shuichi extinguishes the flame. Culprit approached the cage.
Stomped hard on the floorboard.
Yeah.
And then footsteps contaminating the scene. Sweet. It's comic book time, y'all.
Yay!
All right. Woohoo!
It's comic book time, y'all.
Act 1.
Thump.
Let's look back at the first murder. It was late at night. The culprit was in the empty room on the 4th floor. The culprit was preparing the seance murder they had planned. To use the floorboard as a seesaw, they had to cut the crosspiece supporting it. The plan was to make the same preparations in all 3 empty rooms. This would divert suspicion away from the culprit and to whoever picked the room. To cut the crosspiece, they needed a saw. I imagine they got one from the warehouse.
Sure.
They were planning to cut the crosspiece in all 3 rooms.
Do-do-do. Ottawa.
I love being alive. However, when the culprit was working on the middle room, the unexpected happened.
Ottawa. Ottawa.
Angie walked into the room and saw the culprit making preparations.
Well, hello there.
She needed some fire for the ritual and had gone in the room for the candle. At that point, the culprit had not finished the setup and was just cutting crosspieces.
Well, you acting strange.
Angie might not have concluded that it was tied to some kind of murder plan. But now that Angie had seen it, the culprit couldn't use the seesaw trick. Any other person might have just given up, but not our culprit.
Yeah. See, you got a board there. No.
The culprit took the floorboard they'd loosened and struck the unsuspecting Angie in the head.
Ow.
Out to her.
Oh.
The culprit did not want to give up on their plan and had to improvise.
Act 2.
They wrapped duct tape around Angie's injury to stop the bleeding. Then
Were they just carrying around duct tape?
I mean,
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Then they picked up her unconscious body and carried her to the research lab.
It explains why they weren't using something much better suited to the purpose.
While she was unconscious, the culprit hurried to tie up this loose end.
Hurried. I think this is a pretty elaborate process.
Thump.
But because they were in a hurry, they made a crucial oversight. They didn't notice the duct tape had peeled off and was under Angie's body. Without that evidence, we may never have figured out the culprit's trick. Carrying the supplies they needed, the culprit returned to the Ultimate Art Lab. Then, get this! Locked the front door from the inside. They took out the
Slash!
katana they had brought from their own lab.
Ugh.
Then they stabbed Angie in the back of the neck, finally killing her. Then, to further confuse us, the culprit attempted to make a locked room mystery. First, they used rope in the warehouse and hung 4 effigies upside down.
He was running all over the damn place.
Yeah. There were 2 reasons for this.
To be super weird.
To overwhelm the room with an occult
To
atmosphere.
be super weird. Yeah, yeah.
And the other was the key to locking the room. Super weirdness. The culprit stuck a katana into Coyote's effigy near the rear entrance. And spun the effigy around to twist up the rope.
Right. Yeah.
Ooh, well. After enough turns, the culprit let go and headed to the rear door. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. We're just gonna pretend that this actually took like 8 tries.
Once released, the effigy began spinning and the gold leaf katana with it. The handle of the katana hit the sliding lock, locking the door. A difficult trick, but remember that the lock was so loose it moved at the slightest
That's
touch.
not really the.
The culprit would have had an opportunity to attempt it many times.
That's the key.
Once complete, the door was locked, but the duct tape was left behind. Perhaps the culprit noticed it, but by that point, it was too late. The room was sealed, and there was no way for them to get back inside. Thanks, Katie.
Act 3.
Then, this morning, we opened up the room and discovered Angie's body.
They just like,
Ta-da!
But the culprit wasn't finished. They wanted one more murder. To do that, they manipulate us into performing the seance.
how are they gonna do the seance otherwise? If it wasn't
They were
connecting with
still-
Angie.
They would have said, like, Kaede or...
Yeah, let's
or-
talk about
Oh,
real
okay. I
bodies,
suppose. Yeah.
One of the 3 empty rooms, the middle one, was chosen for the seance. I was invited by Kokichi to take Kibo's place in the seance. Kibo was pissed about it.
Yep.
Tenko volunteered to be the medium, but she never imagined it would get her killed. To perform the seance, the culprit claimed they needed something from Tenko. A small stone that Himiko had brought from the courtyard. Tenko, at the culprit's request, bowed her head until it was touching the stone. That position was instrumental in making sure the murder went as planned.
Yeah, because it marked her to the spot.
Cage.
Yeah.
Next, Kokichi and I placed the iron cage over Tenko in the middle of the magic circle. The culprit then volunteered to drape the white cloth over the cage. We didn't realize it at the time, but that was a deliberate decision by the culprit. Oh, okay. It was in the cloth
Yeah.
itself.
That was
They needed to set up the murder weapon that was used to kill Tenko.
Very casually.
While they were covering the cage with the cloth, they secretly placed the sickle.
I guess I didn't realize that the sickle's blade could fit through the grate.
Great, yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I think that was one of the things. It could fit through the grate, but one of the initial things was it could fit through the grate, but not far enough
To hit
okay.
Tenko where she was sitting.
Finally-
Which is why you had to raise her up.
Oh,
Four
okay.
of us placed the wooden statue on top of the cage. It was a dog. Woof woof.
Good.
The culprit used the weight of the statue to keep the murder weapon in place.
Didn't realize I was complicit. Maybe not good boy after all.
Aw.
Aww.
After the preparations were complete, we began the seance. Hooray!
Okay.
In complete darkness, we each stood in one corner, then sang the Caged Child song.
He looks pissed about
It's
it.
like, someone's gonna kill someone, I know it. When the song was finished, the soul of the dead was supposed to enter the medium, but all it entered was a sickle. But our culprit had another plan, to commit a murder in the darkness. Right after we started singing, the culprit began making their way towards Tenko. It would have been difficult to do in the total darkness, but our culprit had a guide. Salt! It betrayed us for the last time! They used the lines of the magic circle drawn with salt. The culprit felt the salt and used it to guide them along. And when the culprit reached the center of the circle, they found the floorboard that the crossbeam had come about before the night before. Whatever. Then lifted up the floor and stomped down hard on the floorboard, causing an effect of some kind. The floorboard lifted up like a seesaw and pushed Tenko's body up toward the ceiling of the cage. Tenko was stabbed in the back of the neck by the sickle at the top of the cage. She was killed right before our eyes and we didn't even see it.
Because of the darkness.
Because of the darkness. After committing the crime, the culprit followed the salt back to the corner. Finished the ritual and had us light the candles. We followed the culprit's directions and removed the equipment used for the seance. And discovered Tenko's body. Dash. And while we're all focused on the body, the culprit picked up the sickle and dropped it under the floor through the hole in the corner of the room. Ironically, the final step of the murder was unwittingly carried out by us. The culprit had planned the murder so that we would unintentionally destroy some evidence. The evidence was the magic circle that the culprit had used to navigate in the dark. Then he got huge for some reason. However, the culprit didn't know that Kibo had taken a picture. He really saved us. Without that, we wouldn't know what changes were made to the circle. But now we know for certain, and we know the culprit drew the magic circle.
Well,
Korikyo Shinguji, the ultimate anthropologist. You're the culprit behind these murders. And also, what's going on with the whole you thing?
Yeah, let's talk about that, shall we?
That's where my detective work leads us. It all fits.
Weirdly.
Weirdly.
Sweet Korkio, there are times when it's necessary to admit defeat. Admit. Yeah, okay. So, you finally admit you did it? Unfortunately, yes. Yes, it's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. My one regret, my only regret, was not being able to make 100 friends.
100 friends?
It was my dream to make 100 friends. Oh, it is unfortunate. I was so close to 100.
What are you talking about? I do not understand a word of this.
Who gives a fuck? Let's vote for this kooky bastard and be done with this already. Roger that! One voting time coming up!
The heart racing excitement as...
Roger.
The heart racing excitement! As the blackened and the spotless finally face off. And then they all say it's voting time. Except for Monodam. Okay, I think I'm going to throw a curveball and see you.
We're starting to really run low on people now, aren't we?
Yeah, that's the game.
We're working
Yeah.
our way through the...
Now then, it seems the voting is finished. Let's see the result. I wonder if even he's going to vote for himself at this point. It's just going to be unanimous.
That could be interesting.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
We made the right one. It's okay.
Wheel of verdict.
Mew, don't be Mew.
Wheel of verdict. Turn, turn, turn. Tell us the judgment we should learn.
We're running out of mono kids. Oh, cubs. Mono cubs.
Mono Cubs, yeah. All rise.
Hooray!
Hey.
Oh, boy. All right. Cool.
That section 6 was a little rough, but
Yeah, that was, that was
They were
that
pretty
one
good. Yeah.
we tried the same thing, like, over and... like, we had the right answer. We just weren't sure which two sticks we needed to rub together, basically.
Yeah.
I should have saved. All right, we'll continue this.
on the next episode.
One.